Hey everyone, today we're going to make my favorite chawanmushi recipe. Now the best part of chawanmushi is the silky smooth texture, which is achieved by perfecting the ratio of egg to broth. I prefer a 1 to 2.5 ratio, but many recipes will use a 1 to 3 ratio, which is a bit too liquidy for my taste. So in the back you can see that I have a can of chicken broth, but traditionally it should be made with a dashi stock, which I have in powdered form in that red box over there. Today we'll be using a half-half mix of chicken broth and water. So as you can see, I've just measured my eggs, and now I am measuring my perfect ratio for the liquid. Now here I forgot to mix the eggs first and added a little bit of water before I realized, which is totally okay. As long as you really get the mixture well incorporated, you're totally good. So now you do want to be gentle when you're mixing. You don't want to add too much air into your mixture to keep everything the nice smooth texture that we really want. Now I'm just going to add the rest of my liquid to get to the 1.25 ratio and keep mixing until the egg and broth are completely mixed together as I spill a bit of chicken broth on the side. Now I'm adding half a teaspoon of soy sauce and also 1 teaspoon of mirin, which is like a sweet cooking rice wine. If you don't have it, that's okay, but it does add a nice flavor to it. Now you do want to grab a fine mesh strainer and pour your egg mixture through it to get rid of any egg whites that did not incorporate into the mix. So as you can see, there's always a little bit of egg white left, and if you don't strain it, you're going to get streaky white bits in your chawanmushi, which we don't really want. So you can see that the mix is really smooth now, and we can start preparing our cups and bowls, whatever you want to use, as long as it is heat safe. I like to put in my toppings on the bottom and leave a few for later to float on top, which I will show you how to do. So what I've prepared for my toppings are dried shiitake mushrooms, which I have soaked overnight to get them nice and soft. I also have 2 types of fish cakes and canned corn kernels. You can really add anything you want. So what I'm doing right there with the chopsticks is just getting rid of any air bubbles that are left on the surface. So here I've prepared a pot to steam my custard in. I've just placed a rack on the inside and water just enough to fill the top of the rack. You don't actually want your eggs touching the water. So now you can see after about 4 minutes, the custard is set enough to place the rest of your toppings on the top of the egg without it falling down. So there I'm just checking. If you poke it and the liquid is clear, your eggs are perfectly steamed and ready to go. You can really customize this recipe to your own taste, so I really hope you guys give it a try and let me know how it goes.